Hi, my name is Belfour Wong, and you're listening to the Bluhdhaven Podcast. You can catch the podcast every Wednesday at bluhdhaven.com, as well as Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Enjoy the show! Hey everybody, and welcome to the Bluhdhaven Podcast. This is episode number 48 in our line of podcasts. As always, I'm your host, Belfour, and today we are welcome with returning guest Jasmine.
Oh, hey, what's up?
As well as two new guests. We have Bianca.
Hi.
And George.
Hey.
That's your debut.
Hey guys. What's up?
Her.
Quick little things for me. I know it's been almost a year since we published our last episode.
Has it really?
Yeah, it's because we didn't record a single episode while I was at your place.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is going to be new and improved. Not necessarily improved, but there's definitely going to be a new schedule coming out for it. But just wanted to give you guys a heads up that I am sorry that it's been so long. I've missed you all. Hope you guys haven't grown too much. But yeah, so let us start by introducing Bianca. Hi.
Hey.
Who are you? What do you do? How?
So many questions at once.
It's like when you're in high school when you have to introduce yourself to the
Yeah.
class. Do it.
The most uncomfortable situation. So, I'm Bianca. I work in a massive department store. That is my life currently, aside from being...
You also love your child,
Yeah,
quote unquote,
my...
child.
Well,
Trial?
We're going to
Trial.
quote and unquote that because I would never have a human child.
Puppy's good, baby's bad. That's what my parents always taught me.
Yes,
Puppy's good.
My dog is my life.
Yes. So that's a little bit about you. So the reason why I brought you on and George on is because it's someone's special birthday today.
Whose birthday is it?
It's mine.
Jazz.
I stole your thunder.
Right.
It's all her. But yeah, so George, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
This is the first major project that you are coming in on with what we're doing.
Right. So I am I'm excited and scared out of my wits at the same time because I've never done anything like this, especially to this level. And having somebody who has the experience, such as you.
Hello, that's me.
That's correct. Kind of makes me a little bit more comfortable about the whole thing.
Good. I hope
Yeah.
so. I know it's super nerve-wracking to have, essentially your voice on the internet for everyone to hear and to criticize. It's been a fun 5 years of my life.
Wait, who criticizes a voice?
A lot of people.
Who doesn't?
I shall wait to the comments at this specific timestamp.
Tap
that.
Correct.
Every single show, there's always some type of critic. I'm one. Shit. Every time I listen to someone else, I'm like, this could have been better. Ooh, that could have been better. And then I wait shit, and they're like, what the fuck? You said that you can make better shit, and it's the same. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Criticizing a voice, but more the show.
The
Yeah,
producer.
but still.
Got it.
Yeah,
So criticize Val.
Yeah, just only me. Just at me on all the Twitter, on all the stuff.
I'm gonna do it.
She would too. She fucking commented earlier. I posted a video of our promotional stuff for Extra Life,
She is out to get
and Jazzy was just like, "But I want to know." Oh, what was it? It was like a video underneath. Hours.
There was something about the biggest cheater in video games or something.
Yeah, just
something
Jazzy
like
was like,
that.
"But I want to know who the biggest cheater in video games is," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, thanks. Don't worry about the actual video that I posted." But
Hey, I watched it. It brought back memories.
it was a lot of fun to edit. I will say that. Just reliving every shenanigan that happened. Pardon me.
You're
last year.
right. You okay over there?
Yeah. It's all of the adult beverages that we're drinking right now. But speaking of Extra Life, for those who do not know, I went again, son of a bitch.
Keep going.
Lots of editing.
No, I always keep that shit in there. But But this year, we...
We just need a counter now. Just be like,
I know.
3 ahs.
This year, for Extra Life, we are starting on November 9th at 6 a.m., as we always do. And finishing up on November 10th. So if you guys...
I like how you started and you were being very self-aware of it, and I could hear it.
Yeah, you kind of drag out your R to not get the
It always happens. Yeah, I'm a little out of practice, but that's okay. But yeah, so if you guys want to check out the stream this year, we're going to be streaming it on Mixer, YouTube, and Twitch this year. So make sure to follow us on those platforms. We will have the links in the description of the podcast as well as on our brand new website.
Yeah.
For those who haven't seen, we completely redid our website. The previous posts are no longer there, but we are working on the back end to try to make sure that we can get all that content back. But for the meantime, there's only going to be new content going forward. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, there's going to be a new type of post. This is releasing on Wednesday. You guys heard it in the introduction that it'll be every Wednesday on the website. So no worries there.
You better keep up on that.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get someone to be like, yo, what the fuck?
Where's my podcast? I want to hear my voice.
There's a couple of people who messaged me personally on Instagram. They're like, so is it over? And I was like, no.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, eek.
Yikes.
But let's jump into a little bit about everyone. Jesse, actually, because the last time we had you on, we went over the fact that you are really into sports. So
Not this year.
I was about to ask. So in the world of sports, what is happening?
Only about my team, about the Patriots, of course. That's all I care about. Right now we're 7-0, and we just beat the Jets yesterday, 33-0.
So you've won 7 games. You've won all 7 games of the games that you guys have played so far.
Yup.
Damn. I'm assuming that's a good number.
It is.
7.
Yeah.
Lucky number.
There's only one other team that's undefeated, and that's the 49ers. But we don't speak about them.
How many games in
What's
total
wrong
are
with
there?
them?
Sorry.
No.
Oh,
Can I
is
ask
it
them?
because I
Can
said
ask
something
them?
about 49ers?
Oh, no, what's wrong with them?
I don't know. They're supposed to suck, but they're not sucking.
They're not sucking.
She's like, I don't care. They're just tied with my team.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I don't want them to be tied with my team. I want my team to be on top.
So the Pats are doing the good.
They got the good goo-goo.
All right.
Yeah.
I've been seeing your Snapchats. And I'm like, ooh, this would be a nice time to talk about sports, I guess, because
Right.
we never talk fucking sports on this fucking podcast.
Yeah.
It's always some geeky shit.
Yeah, geeky shit.
When are they scheduled to meet each other? The
Who?
Patriots and the 49ers.
I don't think they're
What?
scheduled to meet each other this. I don't think so.
That's a Google question.
That is a Google
Is it a
question.
It is.
Well,
For those of us who
so-
have Androids.
So, from my understanding, football, they're separated by, sections, right? Like, they play a certain amount of teams.
East, West,
Yeah, they're kind of separated in
North, South.
2 different leagues, somewhat.
It's like, it's national and American?
Something like that, yeah. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that.
Uh,
All I care about is Patriots winning.
She's like, I have a team, and that's all that matters. That's pretty cool, though. So, wasn't the softball season for U of A good?
Yeah, no, softball was good this year. They went to the College World Series,
Wow.
but they kind of got kicked out, I think, in the first round.
Oh, so they made it there. They're like, "Hey guys, bye."
Yeah, well, it was their first appearance since 2010.
Oh wow, so it's
Maybe.
almost been 10 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's been a bit since they've actually gone there.
Well,
Before.
good for the team.
Yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
sports person, but huzzah!
Go sports ball!
Yeah, sports ball.
Woo!
Nice.
Well, B, since we know that you're not into sports, what are some of your interests?
My dog.
Only so.
That's all that matters.
Basically, I don't think I have very many interests.
You hula hoop.
You have a lot.
I used to hula hoop.
You still like
You
it.
know how to
I'm
hula hoop?
tired.
You want to do
Dude,
it? You want to
Dude,
do
that
it again?
always confused me. I've never been able to
she
figure
does
it out.
those you see those EDM videos of
Yeah.
people like hula hooping like that. She does that.
What?
I
Yeah.
past tense did that.
Not anymore.
Correct.
I'm too
You
good
can still
for
do it.
that.
We did it one time at your old place.
Wait,
Well,
what?
I mean, the
Together?
other day- well, I tried teaching him. But the other day I did...
Wow.
It didn't work out very well.
But I did go outside the other day to just hula hoop in general, just as exercise. I can only do it for 10 minutes because I forgot how
That's
much
10 more
core
minutes.
strength it took to keep that hula hoop up. I was out of breath, you guys. And then I went inside and ate oatmeal.
Healthy.
That's very healthy.
Well, someone is health conscious in this group.
Somewhat. Ish.
One-
Who is it?
One of us doesn't have a car, so
By choice.
by choice,
By
because
choice.
he
By
bikes everywhere, which is actually really cool.
It is.
I commend it. But
Thank you.
so tell them a little bit about your biking adventures, George.
So, I've been active pretty much all my life, and one of the things that I was always conscious about was remaining active. So, through high school, I participated in all the sports. Through college, I was also active in outdoor soccer. And then I had some injuries. That took me out for a year each. So I blew out my right knee, had it surgically repaired, and then blew out my left knee 10 years later, surgically repaired as well. When I turned 30, I was in the best shape
Is that
of
your
my
watch?
life.
Yeah, that's his watch. His watch is.
I was in the best shape. Sorry about that.
Your watch.
So when I was 30, I was in the best shape of my life
This
and
mic is
climbed a flight of stairs
Yeah, you can move.
and felt like my heart was beating out of my chest.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And got an excruciating headache, had to lean up against the wall, and I thought, something's wrong. So I went to go get it checked out. They drew blood, they did all the testing and all that other stuff, and they called me the next day and said, hey, we need to see you. And I found out that my triglyceride level was through the roof. So I was killing myself.
For those who don't know what triglyceride is,
High cholesterol.
there you go.
Yeah. So
That's
I was
fancy-
eating crap
fancy
food,
way of that.
right? So I was eating greasy stuff wherever I could, pizza, McDonald's, the things that were like fast food and all that other stuff. And I thought, well, gotta stop doing that.
Yeah, oops.
Along with that life-changing decision, I started cycling. And it was the best decision I made in my life. So I would cycle when and wherever I could. I ended up making it my primary mode of transportation to and from work. The longest commute that I had was 20 miles, one way.
Holy crap.
Yep. So that was fun. I did that for a year.
You did 40 miles a day?
Correct.
For a year?
Correct.
Well, give or take the holidays, but still. You're essentially averaging, 350 days?
So it would be 22 weeks. So that times 5.
I don't want to do math right
Right.
now.
So we'll call it about 150 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so nuts. And then I gave up my car because I realized that I didn't drive my car as much and I didn't need it. So got rid of those payments, was able to save money, and I've been cycling ever since. I will say my heart is strong. The cholesterol level is down. Hey! I feel a lot better. It is my birthday today, and I am 46. I don't feel like I'm 46.
Yeah. I will say, you do look good for a 46-year-old.
Are you checking me out?
Always.
Well, thank you.
That's gonna be like 6.
Thank you. So that's a little bit about me and my cycling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my health.
All right, so fitness and all that jazz.
Jazzy hands.
Jazzy is doing jazz hands. I don't know. I try to be. I want to be physical as much as I can, but fucking my work, because I work outside and I'm walking and lifting shit all day, just makes me not want to do more excessive exercise than I'm already doing. Dude, I'm not kidding. I think I hit 20,000? Yeah, 20,000 steps a day.
Wow, that's a
It's
lot. Yeah,
stupid.
that's a ridiculous amount. Holy crap!
You walk more than I do.
Yeah, it's insane. When I was working at Boba, I was happy hitting my 10,000. I was like, all right, yeah, that's cool. I walked around a little bit, but I'm like, This fucking job has me walking nonstop.
What is it that you do again?
So I work for an auto auction.
His job is nuts.
I essentially check in vehicles for this place that are like wrecked vehicles.
Okay, got it.
So I'm outside like inspecting the cars and stuff like that.
Being like, yup, that one's effed.
yeah. No, seriously, it's like, does this car have a left fender? Nope. Does this car have a spare? Nope. Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff like that. But it's a job. It's paying for what we're doing right now, so...
Absolutely.
But look, there you go.
Yeah,
Cheers to that.
That's kind of
Thank goodness to be working, that's right.
Yeah.
Jobs.
Two jobs. Well, you want a second job.
Two jobs. Two.
What are you... Oh, to
Alright,
the job. Like, moving to the... Okay, I was like... That was really hard to decipher.
And I do want a second job.
Don't we all, though?
Actually, I want a second job.
Yeah, you're still working doing the sticker thing, right?
Yeah, the temporary tattoos. Yay!
She sounds so excited.
Come work
But-
with me.
She wants to do retail?
They're looking for a new specialist for Hot Patricia's gone. So.
Hey, Jazzy, sell me on, like, designer dresses.
Girl, you would look so great in that dress. Oh my god! Does that work?
Yes.
I'm scarred. I don't know if I ever want to see that again. Oh my god.
I used to be way better at that voice. I haven't done it in a
the
while.
little Valley girl.
Yeah.
Hi.
Like, oh my god!
George,
Yeah.
I bet you get a lot of those type of individuals.
We get all kinds of people. By the way, I do work for Verizon. And I've been with the company for about 5 years.
Ooh.
And the lots of people that come into the store are same as retail. We get people who understand technology and most don't. And then we get students that just expect everything to work and they want instant gratification.
Millennials.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say it. You said it. You said it.
I think he's allowed to say it.
Yeah. We're millennials. We understand each other.
Yeah, avocado toast.
Hey, avocado toast is delicious, guy.
I don't know, I don't like avocados.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's a different story.
Get out.
Oh,
Oh,
this
wow.
is an avocado house.
Fine then.
But no, so wow, you've been working for them for 5 years.
5 whole years.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Probably the best job I've ever had.
Oh,
Yep.
and that's saying something because you have a degree.
I do have a degree. Thanks for bringing that up. So my degree is in IT. So information technology, I can put together computers, networks, all that other good stuff, make them talk to each other. And my field doesn't have anything to do with that. However, the back end of how cell phones connect, how that technology is put together, and continuous when you're moving is phenomenal and possibility for me since I've been with the company for so long. So that's something that I'm looking into and probably going to be pursuing here very shortly.
That's exciting.
It
That's
is.
super cool.
Yep.
Legit.
Yeah, the one person out of all 4 of us has a degree.
Right.
That's
I
funny.
have a certification.
You do, and I have an associate, so.
I got none of that.
That's like, woo!
I have a semester of community college.
What were you studying over at Pima? Assuming it was Pima.
Yeah, it was Pima. I was going into music,
Oh, okay.
actually, but
Shit, I didn't know that.
yeah. But then I was like, nah,
It's
it's not for me.
Fuck this.
It's like, nah, it wasn't for me. I'm not a school person.
But speaking of music, because I know that's one of the things that I adore about you. What's the last EDM concert that you went to?
Ooh, last EDM concert I went to, I think that was Decadence, which was New Year's.
Holy crap,
Yeah,
really?
it's been a while.
Wow. I thought you went to Gold Rush.
I didn't go to Gold Rush this year. I did go to Pot of Gold, though. But that one was like rap and everything like that, so
Oh.
I got to see Post Malone. That was awesome.
See,
I loved him.
It's weird because like there are some Post Malone songs that I do like because I'm not gonna lie. Like some of them, I'm like, damn, you surprised me. But a lot of them, I'm like, ooh.
He actually had a really good stage presence and everything.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear a lot. I know, and I flubbing like left and right. There was a video that I saw of him jamming out in Guitar Center. Like he was like jamming out on a guitar and playing some piano. And I think that's when I had like a good appreciation for him as an artist. Like I don't necessarily like his music, but I can
appreciate.
Yeah, like when I see like a fantastic artist. It was the same way with Skrillex.
Yeah,
like for the longest time, I was like, "Fuck, I hate his music." But then I saw him jamming out on a guitar and like playing like some folk stuff. I was like,
actually knowing.
Yeah, I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, I am so sorry that I talked down to this guy for so long because like he actually knows his shit.
Yeah,
and I feel really bad, but I also feel a little humbled when that happens because I'm like, "Well, fuck, like I can't make what he makes." So.
Yeah, true.
But we also have another musician here, George. You have some type of musical background.
Somewhat, I do. So I've been playing piano, self-taught, since I was 4. Correct. Yep. So mostly, most of my repertoire is classical. It is classical music. And have my karaoke on. Get my karaoke on every once in a while too.
Ah, yeah, karaoke is so much fun. I love singing. I know some of you guys.
What? Really?
Well, yeah. I did used to do backup vocals when I was out in LA, and I really miss it. So anytime there's an excuse to do karaoke, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Hey, they got round 1 now.
I know.
And you can do karaoke there. You can get like a party together, and they got karaoke rooms.
How much is that?
Wow. No clue. I think it might be like $10 an hour.
That's fucking cheap.
Or something. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't really look into it.
That's insane because I know that there is a Korean karaoke place off of Grant and something.
Someone was talking about that the other day.
Yeah, my mom was.
Oh.
Yeah. Because we did it for someone's birthday. I can't remember who it was for, but it was like I think it's like $70 an hour or something like that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But I mean, like, they have everything.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of, like, song selection. And even, like, different versions of songs. Cool. So, like, it was a lot of fun. I don't know if it's worth that much, to be honest. But I guess if you're going with, like, a group of 10 people and everyone pitches in, like, $20...
Then then it's a little bit cheaper, maybe.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, $10... Yeah. Like, if it's only $10 at... What's it called?
Round 1.
Yeah, if it's only $10 at round 1, fuck that. Go there.
It's 9... It's 9... Well, I mean, it depends on when you're going.
What time you go, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, there's a schedule for Monday through Thursday. Friday's a different price. Saturday is a different price.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sunday and holidays is a way different price. But they also separate it by the room size. So
I think the one here only has 2.
2?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, it only has like 2 rooms, and they're like kind of big rooms.
They probably charge you the bigger room rate then.
Maybe. I don't know.
What's the bigger room rate online?
Well, it's not bigger room. It's like 1 to 3 people is $9 Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
4 to 6 people is 14.
That makes sense.
7 to 15 people
that's the one
is 28.
That's actually still not a bad price. Yeah, that's a really good price.
Yeah,
wait, is it $28 a person?
No, I think that's per hour.
I think that's per hour.
Better than 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's 7 to 15 people.
We'll have to try it sometime and talk about it.
Plus, if you don't like karaoke, they have bowling.
Yeah, bowling,
and
arcade.
Billiards. The arcade's so cool.
Is it?
Yeah. They have so many games, and they have so many rhythm games.
Fuck!
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Have you seen that video of the guy like sliding his hands in the ring to go with the beats or whatever?
I think so.
What? No?
Yeah, so there's like a game to where it's like a ring, and you like slide your hand around, trying to like follow the trail and everything like that. It's so cool.
Just so you know, right now Jazzy is making motions with her hands.
Yes.
Yes.
This is not a video podcast. This is an audio podcast. So.
But I mean, some people have got to have seen that video.
It's my dad.
George's
I heard it.
Yeah. Can I take it?
Yeah, don't go for it.
Cool.
He's going to wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It happens.
It does happen, but that's okay. So yeah, George had to step away, but that is okay. B.
A-okay, yeah.
Are you ready for questions?
Ooh, question time.
I was never good at that.
You've been ever good at questions? Just basic questions?
We'll find out.
We sure will. Alright, so what is your favorite book?
I don't read.
Except it's like instructions on something.
Yeah, no, I don't like to read. I can't sit still, especially for long periods of time, because I get like all antsy and stuff. And reading a book, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I have tried.
So, yeah, no, I know. So since you don't like to read, by chance, do you like to sit and watch movies all day?
It depends.
Wait, so you can sit and watch movies all day and not move, but you can't just sit and read a book.
Well, I mean, the only time I actually just sit and watch movies, surprisingly, isn't like a day off when I'm by myself. Like instead, I start to clean.
Yeah,
right.
That is very true. I can vouch for that.
The only time I do it is whenever you're home and we're both just like way too tired to do anything.
Yeah, it's usually like a day where we've just had a really long day.
Long week.
Yeah,
and then we just like lay there together.
Because we're like, what do you want to do? Nothing.
Let's
like,
put a movie on, I guess.
It's like on my other days off, I already clean the house, and then that one day a week that I actually get to rest and be a potato, I'm like, I'm gonna take it.
You're like, yep, potato all
I'll
day.
be a potato.
All day, every day.
Papas.
Papas.
It's a potato.
Potatoes?
and
I know that. I'm not that bad of a Mexican.
I don't know. No.
Wow.
Ooh.
I mean, I am bad, but I'm not that bad. All right. Cut me some slack.
I at least can communicate with people.
We'll make you a potato crisp.
I can nod.
Speaking of which, we're having potatoes tomorrow.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Aaron's coming over tomorrow.
Who?
Bailey.
Oh.
I like how you said his real name, and then I was like,
I was like,
Wait, which one's his
he's
first
back?
name? I forget.
Aaron.
what's he doing?
Aaron.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Aaron Bailey. He has two
Yes.
first names.
Yes, he does.
Does
By the
he?
way, shout out to
Or
Aaron.
two last names.
Shout
I
out.
don't know. It could be either or.
Ooh. Da, 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 da.
Yes.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Alrighty then. So, actually, George,
Correct.
you are a huge video game person.
Uh-oh. Here we go. I am.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
I can hear it every night.
Are we going down the rabbit hole?
No, it's usually like the ocean or something.
Yeah. So, I got into video gaming when I was a wee little lad, and
Wee little lad.
I think being a gamer has kind of
Oh.
For the
wow,
dogs.
They don't like this enclosed space.
right.
They wanted to
Maybe.
be a part of it.
So it's given me an opportunity to kind of grow, experience different environments, different lifestyles, and outside of home without leaving home. Right?
I mean, I can totally vouch for that.
Sure.
A lot of our viewers came from my Twitch stream, and a lot of the followers that we got were like from Canada, Australia, some from London and stuff like that.
Ooh,
Mhm.
fancy.
And
Because of that, like I've been able to make some great friendships with people overseas,
sure,
and kind of get an outside perspective on a lot of stuff.
sure.
So I'm sure that you gaming as long as you have that's influenced you in some way.
One interesting story that I have back when WoW was new, World of Warcraft, if anybody needed
Woo.
the acronym. Yeah.
Vanilla.
Yep. It's back. So I was part of a guild of 100. There were 15 officers, and we were gaming for probably a good 4 years
Oof.
together,
That's a good guild.
rating and doing all of the scheduling. And as one of the officers, a lot of people were relying on me, getting my input,
Yeah.
all of that other
Asking
stuff. And they were
questions.
from all over the world as well. Most of who I gamed with were in the U.S. And 1 year, we decided the officers were going to meet.
Oh.
Yeah, so in real life, I took a trip from Tucson, Arizona to Charleston, South Carolina.
Wow.
And drove the whole
Holy
way.
Holy crap, you
Right.
drove that.
I
You
drove
that?
I drove that.
that.
After driven that far, I mean, it was an experience that I'll never forget. It was during 4th of July weekend.
Huzzah.
Nice.
We all stayed in a hotel that oversaw the Charleston Canal.
Oh.
So during 4th of July, we got to see the boats come
Yeah.
up in the military salute, and the boats shot the fireworks off
Oh, that's fucking cool.
over the bridge. It was fantastic.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so came back and I've been gaming ever since. So yeah,
That's awesome.
it was a great experience, good opportunity to meet people, and that's why I continue to game, is meeting people.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I've loved gaming, like, since I can remember.
Sure.
One of the best experiences that I've ever had was when Halo 2 came out,
Mm.
and Xbox Live was in the early stage, where, like, you had to connect through your computer in order to connect to a game. And I remember, like meeting so many people from that.
Mm-hmm.
And even local people, where I was like, you live in Tucson? Like, how?
Right.
And, that would lead to LAN parties when everyone figured out that, like, you guys lived in the same area.
Sure.
I remember
LAN parties.
your brother hosting a couple of LAN parties.
Yep. Absolutely. And that brings me to another point. My brothers love to game. My dad also loves to game.
Which is so cool.
His favorite for the longest time is Halo. And so because he lives in another state, right, we can jump in, we can be next to each other, and we've got that family bond going.
Yeah.
Right. It's like we're trying to accomplish an objective together, and it's like an awesome feeling to be able to do that with your parents.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I mean, for me, it was different because my dad wasn't here when I was growing up, but I had Dennis, my Theo.
Right.
So it was really cool because he was essentially the reason why I was able to play all my games, because he was literally funding my addiction. Because he was using me. He's like, hey, I can't get past this part. You're 12 years old with, good attention span. Why don't you finish it for me? So it was a lot of fun to have that experience with my Theo growing up, being like getting Halo 3 for the first time, sitting there every day on Legendary trying to beat it together. Like that is some of the most fun I can remember when it comes to video games. And it's such a weird time now in video games, because we were talking about this a couple of podcasts ago, but like couchside gaming is almost completely gone.
Right.
Which is a shame, because that's some of the most fond memories I can remember, like passing the controller to one another.
Sure.
Like playing 007 GoldenEye with my Theos, like being like, ah, shit, I died. It's your turn.
Right.
And that's why I like this. I really like the Switch as a console, because it's kind of bringing a little bit of that back. And you guys will see a little bit more about that with like Extra Life coming up. We did some Mario Kart last year, and that was so fucking fun.
I'm so bad at that game. I suck at it.
But it was great having 6 people on the couch, 4 people playing, and then everyone just screaming at each other. Like there's something that you can't replicate that digitally, and that's why I'm happy that we're able to do a lot of the stuff that we're able to. But I'm happy that you brought up that that's the way that you and your brothers and your dad were able to bond, because I think it's a really important thing for people to understand who aren't part of the video game culture. Like, a lot of people just look on the B's like losers, wasting your life away.
Nerds.
But no, I think it's really important to understand that it's not just like mind numbing, being secluded in a way. It's a way for you to open up to the world in a different way.
And like, to piggyback off of that, my brothers and my dad, they were into the gaming, and my kids, they also got into it as well. Not so much my daughter, but my 2 boys, they play Destiny 2.
Woo!
And they also play a couple of Blizzard titles as well. But anytime that I have an opportunity to play with them is also fantastic. I feel like a dad actually playing with them, because they're so good. I can't I can't fathom how their reflexes are like so much faster than me. I have no idea. Right. It's so ridiculous. I'm jealous. So I practice more.
Practice makes perfect.
Right. Jancy, are there any games that you're currently playing?
No, because I'm lazy. And I get home and I just watch YouTube videos. But I was playing Fallout 76 for a little bit.
Yeah.
How did you like it?
I mean, I've always been like a fan of the Fallout series. So even with all the issues with it, I still liked it. It was still fun. I like the concept of being able to like attack other players and stuff like that. Or like if your level's too low, then they can't necessarily attack you. Or like if they attack you and you're at that level to where you can attack back, it like slowly takes down your health.
Okay, so they did balance it in a way.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I personally didn't play it, and I think I'm just traumatized from playing fucking Warcraft when I was younger. Like having my uncles be like, "Hey, join a PvP server," and I'm like, "Okay, I don't know what that means, but sure, why not?" And then I'm in the town, and the horde just raids the entire city, and you die and die and die and die and die, and I'm like, why the fuck is this fun? And ever since then, I personally just haven't enjoyed that type of playstyle.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that turned me off from 76 was knowing that is a possibility that can happen.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's another reason why I didn't like go nose deep into Sea of Thieves, because I think Sea of Thieves is awesome and it's a great concept.
Yeah.
But
don't get me started on Sea of Thieves.
But for me, it's just frustrating, like, I see you play it every night. It'd be frustrating for me to do 2.5 hours of work, have all this treasure on a boat, just to have some douchebag and his 2 friends be like...
That happened.
Yeah, here's where the strategy comes in, however, is... Do you fight or do you flee? Right?
Oh, I fled and they chased me.
You fucking when it's you versus 3 people because your other friends don't play the game, you're out of there.
That's hilarious.
Though I did.
Actually, does the little ship go faster than
it goes the fastest, and it's the most agile.
Ooh.
Right. But if you have 2 people, if you have 2 people on that sloop, right, then you can manage it a lot better. One could be on a cannon, as an example. The other one could be steering the ship. Right.
I don't have friends.
I don't have friends cool enough to want to play with me. Nah, but I think it is cool because I know George absolutely loves Sea of Thieves.
I love Sea of Thieves.
He's almost done everything in the game.
Well.
Yeah.
Achievement wise.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
So
the game's never the game is never the same, right?
Yeah.
Because the AI where you actually have to go and quest all of that other stuff that changes, and it takes you through a different route. So it might be something you've not seen before.
Yeah. And
especially since other players are introduced into the same map that you are, they're going to be in different places too.
So here's my question for you. In terms of a new player, someone who's never played the game before, what is the best way for them to get into the game that you think?
If there was a way for that player to meet somebody or know somebody who plays, that's the best way.
Yeah.
Because the other person...
with other people.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, hands down, that other player can say, okay, now we have to do this. Now we have to do this. This is how you do that, right?
You have the captain.
You have the captain. Yar. And then, of course, the second best advice that I could give you is watch some YouTube. Yeah. YouTube is always a great resource for anything. I once took apart a front load washing machine with YouTube. It took me 2 days. And I changed the bearings on the tub, and this would have been like a $500 repair. I did it for $80.
Damn.
I put it all together on the 3rd day. It didn't rise again. I turned it on, and it leaked like a sieve. There was water all over the place. I didn't understand why.
Oh, no!
So it took me another 6 hours to disassemble and figure out what hose I didn't plug.
Yeah.
That was fun.
See, but I love doing shit like that because
Sure.
I'm a tinkerer.
Sure.
So anytime I find something, I'm like, oh my god, how does this function? How does this work?
Right.
So I think that's one of the things that I love about YouTube ever since it flipping launched, man. Like, there's been tutorials, even back from like 2008, that I watch sometimes. Just because they're so easy to follow. But you can learn how to do so much. I mean, the first year that I did visual editing, I learned like in 1 week, just going online, figuring out the certain tools that Premiere has. Actually, I wasn't even doing Premiere at that point. I was doing Final Cut. Final Cut 9. That's what I was working on.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you guys don't know, is a Macintosh application. So it's essentially the Mac version of PC video editing. But I used YouTube a lot that first year. And within that first year was when I got my first gig to do video editing.
Cool.
So, if you guys ever want to learn something, YouTube it. Google it. Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube has so many things, because, I mean, that's what I watch a lot of, actually. I watch a lot of DIY videos.
Yeah, DIYs are really fun. And actually, that's one of the things that I fucking love about Jazzy. She does so many, like, do-it-yourself projects. I'm envious.
Are you crafty?
Oh, yeah.
I'm crafty AF.
She's like, you know it, bitch.
I mean, I've done a lot of cosplays and stuff like that, so...
Yeah, I love a lot of your costumes. Ooh, speaking of which, are you going to dress up for Saturday?
Yeah. I will.
What are you going to dress as?
Well, I have, like, a pauldron and everything like that. The one that I
Oh,
wore
yeah,
for
the one that you made, yeah.
For the Renaissance Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Fuck
Cool.
yeah. That's going to be awesome.
So I'll probably do that.
So, we actually started a Dungeons & Dragons group again.
Huzzah!
Every Saturday. And Jasmine, George, and... I was about to call you Beatree. And B are all part of it. So, I wanted to ask you guys, how do you think the party is going? How are you guys liking the new campaign?
I mean, I like it so far. I'm enjoying it.
And this is the first time you've ever played.
Yeah. So, I'm having fun. See, I used to think it was super nerdy, and I was like, I'm dweebs. Here I am.
Yeah. And then I was like,
Here I am.
do you want to play? And you're like, yeah, sure.
I'm wanting to dress as my character.
I know. I was saying you're gonna dress as your character.
I have gone far too deep into this. There's no turning back.
Going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was excited because I don't remember how we were talking about Halloween, but she was just like, I'm just gonna dress as my character, and that totally threw me for a loop because, like she said, she always looked down on it, but like now she's like super into it. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool. I'm definitely gonna post that picture.
I'm happy to see you
If I
turn.
can even find like all my components because I still wanted the gold eyes and
Girl,
the
did you not
body paint,
buy them yet?
No.
You gotta buy them like now.
I know, but I can't find the contacts that I want, so I'm thinking instead I'll just
Get a pencil.
Paint
and color
over your
it.
eyes? Don't do that.
That's what I'm gonna do. You know how people can tattoo the whites of their eyes? That's what I'm gonna do.
You know what? You just gotta get one of those like acrylic paint things. Just open your eye up and squeeze it right in.
there.
Just go blind for Halloween. That's fine.
That'd be really cool.
That's dedication right there.
Yeah.
No, but I'm trying to find all the pieces. So.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
Good luck.
What about you, George? How are you enjoying? I mean, you haven't played D&D in a long time.
Yeah, so I used to play with a group, and it was fun. We had like 3 sessions, and then everybody kind of like broke up. So I haven't gone into a campaign like the one here, and I'm enjoying it a lot. Yep.
I would really, really hope so.
Well, I know that you've put a lot of work into it, and it shows. And I think your experience and your writing skills and all that are really good. So I'm loving the storyline so far. I wish I had more hint, but I'm loving the storyline.
I would say that's the shitty thing about being on the player side is you're like, oh, what's gonna happen next?
Right.
I was like super surprised by your storytelling and like improvising.
Yeah.
Learn something new.
I would just sit there for 10 minutes like, well, I don't know what's going to happen next.
You're like, I don't know.
I did not
Figure it
expect
out.
that.
Everyone gets to write their own story.
I didn't fucking expect last week. Was it last? Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Our last session.
Yeah.
We fucking introduced Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast into the fucking campaign.
I wish I was there.
It was hilarious.
It was something else because George was trying to talk to Chris, but so like they ended up in a little study, and George was fixated on the single candlestick that was just like swaying in the air.
Was
And
George drunk?
George is always drunk.
It's not true.
But Chris was like,
Maybe
I'm gonna fuck with him, and like he used the spell where he could speak from the candle.
Oh.
So they were like going
So
back and
great.
forth for a little bit. And George was like so intrigued by it. It was fucking hilarious. And at that time, it was the perfect time to introduce Lumiere.
The mutant candle.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
So now I gotta play him next week. But what about you, Jazzy? How are you enjoying it? I know you haven't played before.
Yeah, I've never played before. I've only played twice now.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely enjoying it.
What made
And
you want to
everything like
join it, though?
I was kind of the same as you, to where it was just like, ha, dweebs, nerds talking about D&D. But then, like, I don't even remember how it was, but we started talking about it or something, and
I don't remember. I know I posted it online, and you're like, "Oh, it's fucking cool," and I was like,
Oh, so you secretly thought it was cool, and you're like, man, I wish I was one of those dudes.
when I got older, I thought it was
You grew up quickly.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of happened really fast because you're like, oh, I can
Yeah.
join or something like that, or
Yeah, something. I was just like, hey, I'll do it.
yeah, and I was like, fuck, all right, we'll just come over and we'll just throw you into the campaign. That's essentially what's going to happen this Saturday when Fernando comes in because Fernando had to play for Bailey's character because he wasn't there last time. And
Yeah.
Fernando did a surprisingly good job as his character.
He did pretty good.
I was taken aback. I was like, holy shit, you're doing things.
He did not run.
No, he did not. Throwing shade out.
That's funny.
Yeah, but actually, you should have. Jazzy was actually mad because after that whole fight, you guys went to go find Jeffrey, and Jeffrey was gone.
Jeffrey?
Yeah.
You know,
That
we
Jeffrey.
helped him and all. Like, we were the only two that helped him, and he was just like,
He's like, bye.
Leave.
that's all he said.
But yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun for me DMing this entire group because it's the biggest group I've ever DM'd for. We have a total of 10 player characters. We were at 11 at one point, but people have come in and out. But trying to manage 10 people on a table has been a challenge for me.
Yeah. Interesting characters, too.
Yeah.
I think the most challenging was John's birthday.
I think that was my first time playing.
It was your
It was on his birthday. Never played before, and it was too crazy. It was so crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting to say the least. Yeah, no, I mean it's tough for John's character, but it's also challenging for me because
he's a wild card.
Yeah, so his character essentially anytime he sees magic, he goes insane, and when he goes insane, he just goes berserk and wants to kill everything. He actually knocked 2 of our characters out last session because he saw something and he was like, ha ha ha, bleh. And then 2 people got knocked out. I think you were one of them.
I think so, yeah.
I think it was you and Alex. So it's definitely dampened a lot of stuff, but it's also made me create a lot of cool concepts for what is going to happen in the future. So I'm really excited about that. But speaking of that, the Dungeons and Dragons campaign that we're currently doing is based on a world that I've been creating over the past 7 years. And I finally will be doing something and publishing a lot of the stuff regarding our Dungeons and Dragons adventures, as well as the world, later on, starting in January. So keep a lookout on the site because there's going to be a lot of updates. As soon as January 1st hits, there's going to be a plethora of stuff for you guys to check out. Yeah, I've been working on it every night.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's been a fun time just writing a boatload of stuff.
Dedication.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. I'm happy that I've finally got this urge to just say fuck it, let's just move forward with it because it's been just sitting for the longest time and it's been driving me absolutely insane. Ooh, pardon me.
Wow.
You're not pardoned.
Never? Why not? How rude.
I know.
Jasmine, I don't give a fuck. I'm tired. But with that being said, I want to end the podcast asking you guys. Well, I'll start with you. What was the movie that you would recommend for everyone for this week?
All right, so I was actually looking earlier and I completely forgot. So I'm going to pull it up.
And then we're going to move to George and ask him what movie and or TV show do you recommend for everyone to watch?
So, TV show or series?
Yeah.
I would say probably Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, whoa, that is
That's
not
That is a TV series.
I know,
Yes,
but
it
that's
is
not what
very
I thought
good.
you were going to pick.
That's
Well-
not what a George watches.
Yeah.
So, a
He
little...
watches it when he's by himself in his
Yeah.
room.
Right. No, so there's a little bit of something behind that. All three of my kids are in the nursing field.
Oh, shit, yeah, I didn't even think
Yeah,
about that.
so-
There's the connection.
Okay.
So that connection, I mean, I watch the show, I enjoy it, I enjoy the drama, the characters, and all that other good stuff. And they've done a very good job, I think. With
Didn't,
that.
what's his hot face die or something like that?
Yes, he did.
Dr. What's his name?
McDreamy?
That
McDreamy,
guy.
yeah.
His fucking name.
Dempsey?
Huh?
Yeah.
Is that Patrick Dempsey?
Something Shepherd.
No, she's just
I think it was
she's
something
like
Shepherd.
thinking. She's thinking of another McDreamy,
Oh,
maybe.
I know he's hideous still.
Wow.
That's the person
Ugly.
everyone drools over.
Ugly is
though.
ugly. I don't know. I don't know. You have bad taste in dudes because, like...
Wow, way to insult
I'm-
yourself.
We were watching Return of the King last night, and is it King?
Lord of the Rings.
Is it what's his
It's
name?
Rohan's son.
Yeah, he's fucking
Oh.
ugly.
He's
What?
okay.
No, he has a small lip. Like it's just.
No, he has a small mouth. There's a difference. I have a small mouth. But the show that
Oh,
I
okay.
think
Yeah,
everyone should watch is Sick Note. I think it's hilarious. It has I'm gonna say Ron Weasley because I don't know his actual name in reality,
what?
but
Does it start with an R? Ralph something.
I don't know. But the
So what was the name of the show again?
Sick Note.
Sick Note.
It's actually really. It escalates like so quickly and so terribly. Like it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's the one where.
It needs to be watched.
Yeah, just watch it. I know which one I know what it is now.
Did you watch it?
No, but you kept telling me about it, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds fucked up. I don't think I can watch it." Just because it would make me so anxious knowing that he's lying the entire time. Like
It's so good because like first he's not actually lying,
right,
and then they correct it, and then like
But
it gets out of hand.
yeah,
It just gets out of hand.
that sounds.
Interesting.
It needs
Yeah.
to be, there's so much.
What about you, Jazzy?
The pressure.
You feel it?
I don't.
You feeling pressure?
The Masked Singer.
Oh yeah, that's the.
Yes.
Is it NBC? ABC?
It is Fox.
Fox. Wow, so
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, it's Fox.
Whatever, it's owned
but-
by Disney. Same shit.
But that one, yeah. The Masked Singer, that one's actually pretty fun to try to guess along to. Of like,
Yeah, to watch
who-
it every week. And,
Yeah, like who is this celebrity? So I think like the first episode it was Ninja.
Oh no shit.
Yeah,
That's weird.
and then like I think the second one was Muhammad Ali's daughter.
Daughter?
Yeah, she's like a world class boxer too.
I don't know.
I don't know, but you know Muhammad Ali.
Oh, I know. Yeah, of course I
so
know him.
so his daughter was basically.
Does she sting like a butterfly?
Is that
No, like a bee.
What?
She
Oh
looks
my
like a butterfly.
I was like, butterflies can sting now?
Wow.
Wow, okay.
Apparently in the podcast they
Embarrassing.
can.
Yeah.
Suck blood.
They can in the podcast.
So my recommendation is actually going to be the movie that we reviewed on Monday, which is Replicas. The reason why I'm recommending it is because it is a fucking weird movie.
I swear they just made that movie for fun.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what it
wasn't
seems
even-
like. It seems like someone who's a fan of sci-fi was just like, let's try to make things as weird as possible and just make it fun. But like on paper, like everyone on paper, they're like, oh, this sounds interesting. Let's do this. And then while they were in the production room or like on set, everyone was just like, why the fuck are we doing this?
They got in way too deep, so they
Yeah.
had to finish it.
Yeah, it's weird because like the first act of the movie is fucking awesome. Like I was drawn in. I was like, all right, I'm prepared. Second
Yeah.
act, I was like, this is getting weird.
Like the whole genre
It took, like, a
of it
left
is,
turn.
Like, completely
Yeah,
turned.
it was like suspense drama, and then it went to like action drama. And we're like,
Huh.
yeah, I was like,
Interesting.
it's a little weird. And then the fucking third act made no sense. I was just like, but yeah, so I recommend it if you just want to watch something that is kind of like out there. Something you don't need to really think about too much because I don't think they thought about it too much.
No.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's very interesting. It's Replicas. It came out last year. Actually, I think it technically came out this year.
Technically, yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's what we're gonna end on for this week's podcast. I want to thank Jasmine, George, and Bianca for joining us
Yeah.
tonight. What, do you not want me to call you Bianca?
I'm like, who is that?
No, if you
Bianca.
want me to call you B on the podcast, that's fine.
It's what I've grown used to.
Alright,
Like,
I'll
my
call
name
you.
is-
But yeah,
Your
so
name is no longer Bianca. It is now B.
forever.
Can I
But,
change my name?
Yeah, legally.
Officially.
But thank you guys for listening to this episode of the podcast. We will be back next week for another one. And we'll see you
What are you doing?
Bye.